Hello, my angels and devils, and all who may wander here. It is Amanda Christina, and I have. Oh my god, I'm so excited! I am part of another collab with the gorgeous, the amazing, the Queen of Dyes, PoetSpice. There are 7 of us doing this collab, including Jamie, and the collab is Flora, Fauna, and Fruit. Now, I haven't pulled out any fruit stuff because I don't really have a lot. I've mostly focused on Flora because I have an abundance of stuff I have never used before, and that is kind of criminal. So I have pulled a whole lot of stuff. Whether I use all of it or not is another story. Whether I use some different stuff, because that's, you know me, I'm a whim crafter, I craft what I feel. So one of the first things I found was, and you can see these are slightly aged, is some pearl trim. I have my sister and I and another friend, I think, went thirds in a huge amount of this many years ago. So it's probably cheaper now though. But yes, so we got a lot of this. And my box just fell on me a bit. Now I have the Kaiser Mademoiselle and the Ooh La La, which you would have seen me haul. My sister got me from Kaiser Craft Canberra. I have some vinyl. I don't know why. I bought it a while ago and I thought, well, that could be fun to play with. Who knows? That is, you know me, that is how I work. Who knows? I might enjoy playing with that. Then we have these Prima lace flowers. This beautiful Diversions musical tree. I really love this. Some Sizzix butterflies. Some tags, which I don't even remember if I've ever used before, but they're all stuck down. So, and there's a couple of daisies in there and stuff. So I thought that could be fun to play with. The Tim Holtz movers and shapers of the tattered florals. I haven't used those, so I thought that would be fun to put in my little pile to use. And speaking of those, I pulled out the vintage valise, the Tim Holtz suitcase. Yeah, the Tim Holtz suitcase, not because I wanted to make the suitcase, but because I couldn't find my base plate, so I just thought that would be a good place to use my movers and shapers. That's a really good tip for anyone who doesn't necessarily have a base plate but has some of the bigger empty hole ones, is to put your movers and shapers in the bottom. I pulled out the Tim Holtz caged bird. I love this die. I love this cage. It's really nice to cut out of thin chipboard and use UT embossing powders on and make it look sort of aged and worn. I pulled out this Sizzix flower layers, which is 3 just different sizes of flowers. I didn't pull out any fabric, mostly because I have so much fabric I won't know what I'm going to use until I use it, and it depends on what I'm making, so I will show you at the time if I do fabric flowers. But this came with my Fabry because my Big Shot died. I'm on my 3rd die cutting machine. Don't ask me, I don't know how I chew through things, but I do. Okay, that's part of something else for now. We have the Tim Holtz tattered florals, which you can see I love cutting fabric out of. We have a bag of all sorts of die cut, excuse the rustling, all kinds of die cut flowers. There is a tutorial, if you go right back on my channel, that I've uploaded from my old channel, which is I did with my niece when she was much younger, which is how to make these gorgeous, it's using distress reinkers, but you could use anything that you can add water to make these really beautiful flowers. They do dry a lot lighter than you think they're going to. So I have those. So that's all just, I figured most of these are cut out of Rose Creations and Carnations Creations, which I cannot find what I've done with those. I have a nice wodge of copy paper because I love making copy paper flowers. They make really nice flowers. They're very hardy and long lasting. You'd be surprised. But not only that, the reason is that I want to use up some of my mists. I have a 7-litre Stmpgrl filled with homemade and other mists, mostly homemade. So I want to use up some of those and just get them out of my stash because they've been there for years and it's time. I have Lindy's Stamp Gang ones that I'm dying to try, but I won't let myself make them up until I use up at least half of what I already have, because it's just ridiculous to have so much already made up. And I don't want them to go to waste, so I am waiting to use those. I have the last of the Kaisercraft Violet Crush paper pad. Now, mostly this is just a little passbook I made with the ephemera. This is, I know someone does stamping ones. This is just my version of like an old bank passbook kind of thing. So there's just, excuse the Disney stamps. As I said, I was repurposing this bag for other things as well. So there's a whole heap of just offcuts of that and these beautiful butterflies, which I can fussy cut. So I want to try and kill that. If you've been watching my channel this year, you know I have been on a big use it up, kill that paper pad, you know. Anything I have about a third or less of. This is a card I've never used before. It's a Stephanie Barnard Framelits 3D drop-ins, and it has the cute little sort of daisy flower in it, but I just thought, just in case I want to make some cards, that could be fun to use. I'm on a big, I need to use things I've never used before, and speaking of that, I have this Susan's Garden wheelbarrow that looks a bit worse for wear, and it's never been out of its pack. I've never used it. So I thought that could be fun. A summer theme, florals, what could be more fun than a little wheelbarrow of flowers? So I thought I would pull that out to play with. Then, let me put all this away. And we get to the bulk of what I have pulled out to play with. Yeah, as if that wasn't enough. I went on a mad Susan's Garden spree when I got my inheritance a few years ago. And they had, whenever I saw them on special, I grabbed them. So I grabbed the Black-Eyed Susan, which I haven't tried yet. I also have the Peony, which I have been wanting to play with that. Now we come to the 3-litre overflowing container of, okay, I think we'll just take them out of the container. That's going to be easier right now. Okay, so we start with the Primrose. I know I have a mini rose too. I don't know if that was in this pile or not. The Columbine, the Crocus, and these are what made me say yes to doing this collab, is that I have a whole lot of stuff that I've not used. The Narcissus, I have used this mini daisy, but I would really like to make some out of book pages. The mini daisy, the Clivia, and so you don't have to use these in the way that you're told, like you could do different things as well. The Ethereum, the Bougainvillea. I really love this. I have used this to make a card for my sister at one point. This is the, what do they call it? Conservatory window. I was going to say arched window. The Cattleya. And you can Google, you can search YouTube, and Susan shows you how to do these. She's working with Spellbinders now. The Aster, and she has a blog where she shows you how to put these, and she uses a lot of the pan pastels to colour her flowers. The Colour Lily, but you don't have to do them exactly the same way she does. The Mini Lily. I think with crafting we can interpret, we can either have realistic or we can interpret. The regular lily, the Clementine. See, I'm not a big fan of these sort of centerpieces. I actually would rather just put a piece of bling in the center. The really cute Plumeria, the Poppy, the Tulip, which I need to find the pieces for, the Stephanotis. I love these little ones. The Yarrow, but it could be used for mini crepe myrtle. The Sunflower, which is just beautiful. The Quince, which I think is really pretty, but I'd probably take that big centre out. I'm not a big fan of flowers with huge centres. The Hibiscus. You can see the pile's getting more precarious. The Helleborus. As I said, I went a bit nuts when I saw these. I just thought these were such a wonderful, fun idea. And then I haven't really played with them. I've been a bit like that with stuff, but I think it's because I get set on projects. Hardy Geranium, Gaziana, Fern and Ivy, which is good for extra bits. The Fuchsia, the Forsythia, which could be for like little jasmine flowers and stuff too. The Dogwood. Dogwood is one of my favourite flowers. I've never smelt one. I just always thought they were really pretty. And the Daffodil. And that is everything I have pulled out for this collab takes a breath. So I really hope you will check out the other ladies below and you will join us each Saturday for the next 4 weeks as we bring you this amazing, fun, floral, flora, fauna, and fruit fiesta. Anyway, I hope you're well, and I hope everything, yeah, I'm so sorry. This is like the 4th take of this because every time my camera decided to wig. So I've actually made it through the video. I've made it through the video. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm losing my mind. I'm sorry. Anyway, I hope you're all well. I hope life is treating you good. And if not, remember this too shall pass. As always, like, comment below which, if there's a flower in particular you want to see me try. I can't promise I'll be any good at it, but we can try it together. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you're going to be joining us to watch this collab. And as always, please remember, you are absolutely incredible. You are amazing. And you truly, truly do matter. And yes, I speak to each and every one of you. There is not one exception. Well, actually, no, I can't say that because that would be rude. There is one exception, but that's someone I wouldn't. Yeah, we'll get to more. We'll get to the final tale of the vanishing man at some point. Anyway, I hope you'll join us for this collab. I'll talk to you soon, my angels and devils. Bye.